Hey everybody, and welcome to an antagonistic wild ride with Steve-O. If you thought that I learned to not be a big fanboy in the presence of Maynard James Keenan, then you're wrong, because I just think he's awesome. And I also think Puscifer's awesome. He's got an album coming out. It's called Normal Isn't. It will be available everywhere on February 6th. And the antagonistic part comes at the end. I did think about removing it all, because why antagonize extreme people who are going to be mad at you? But not one darn thing got edited out of this entire episode. It is in its entirety. May the Lord have mercy on my soul. Everybody, let's get into it. I've gotten myself into situations in the past where I've given people titles that weren't necessarily accurate.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
You sure?
So, if I were to say that you are an icon of rock, no?
Well, when I think of rock, I think of fucking Lemmy, man. Like up till fucking 11 a.m., having been up 2 days straight doing fucking shots at the fucking
The Rainbow.
at the Rainbow. That's just not me. I'm like, I don't know what I am. I guess I'm more like entrepreneur.
Okay,
I guess,
here we go.
Storyteller. You know what?
Storyteller.
I like that.
I'll take storyteller.
Okay.
But icon of rock, I don't.
All right.
That's.
You see, dude, I've got to figure it out with people before I introduce them.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's fine. I think this is a good conversation. It's a good conversation to have, because when I go to introduce you, I have to figure out, like, how do I introduce cock on forehead?
Yeah.
Cock on forehead.
Entertainer. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, people of the universe, I bring to you a storyteller. It's Maynard James Keenan.
See, that's good. I like that.
For the second time.
For the second time.
Yeah.
The first podcast we did was almost 3 years ago.
Yep, right over there.
Yep. And it's the most that I've ever humiliated myself for kind of fanboying and like, ooh. It was reminiscent of Chris Farley and Paul McCartney. There's one particular moment.
I don't know if it was that bad.
One particular moment where I just pointed out that Tool is so unbelievably good in concert. And you said, okay.
I don't know what else to say.
Well, right.
What am I supposed to say?
It was embarrassing then, and it's embarrassing now. But, I've seen on YouTube people like videoing the show from the audience. Mm-hmm. And I want to push back on your theory that your instrument and old, like you compared it to like a late career Mike Tyson fighting, and that I maintain that you've still got all of the prowess in your performance that you had.
Oh, I saw a video somebody posted of me doing some shit with my body. I'm like, oh my God, I would be out for a week.
Right.
If I did that shit now.
With the physical stuff. But your voice, I think, it has endured.
Well, I think it's actually not, I don't want to say better. I think I've figured out how to work with it better by, arranging sets a certain way. I think working with Karina and singing in Puscifer has helped me develop better longevity vocal skills.
Yeah.
That's helped quite a bit. So there's things that I feel like I'm doing some things better than I used to, as far as like being able to sing tomorrow night, right? Those kind of things. And the next night and the next night. But there's some songs I can't, at my age, there's just songs I can't even do no matter what I try. Tuning down, whatever. They're just out of my range now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are songs that maybe you wouldn't think are so challenging, right?
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. And then you go to do it to rehearsal. I'm like, oh my God, like there's just no fucking way. I used to bench, you know, that there's no benching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I see one of these YouTube videos of a performance that somebody filmed from the audience, like I'm always like wildly impressed by it. And then it occurs to me as counterintuitive that you would try to take a stand against people having their phones in the show.
Well, it's not about us. It's about the person in front of you, or sorry, behind you.
Right.
Because they're having to look at the show. This person paid like $70 for a ticket, and now I'm back here trying to see the show through your phone. That's just it's rude to the people. That's why we pick a couple songs and go, you can film these, but don't ruin somebody else's experience for the rest of the show. It's just it's selfish, and you're unaware of your behavior. It's just become so. It's become so. You know,
ubiquitous.
Normal.
Is that the word?
What's that?
Is ubiquitous the word?
Yes, but like, there's a few things when you're a kid that your grandma or your mom taught you. Like there's the danger ones, and then there's the courtesy ones, right? The danger one is like, look both ways before you cross the street, right? There's like a short list of 5 things: hand on stove, those kind of things.
Scissors.
Yeah, don't run with scissors. You know, like real simple, like short list of those. And then there's the courtesy ones.
Yeah.
Please, thank you. Yes or no, sir. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Don't point. Pointing is rude.
Right. There you go. I love it. Now,
It's pointing, right?
Yeah.
You point and shoot.
the last time, after my little sort of humiliation ritual, after the
I didn't mean to humiliate you.
no,
by the way.
I did it to myself, and it was all good.
I'm a totally unconscious douchebag, so I apologize.
No, get out of here, man. It was actually classic. I loved it. And then after we exchanged phone numbers, we've been text buddies for like almost 3 years now. And it's been hilarious. It's been like sincere.
I feel like you're about to break up with me.
No, not at all.
With me right now?
Every time you text him and I'm with him, he goes, "Oh, it's just my bro Maynard texting me."
You drop something.
"Oh, it's just my bro."
I love it. I love it. But the comedy in it all, like you've got a real knack for just being perfectly absurd in text
you.
messages. I appreciate
You mean
it.
like the part where you're going to be pregnant before you leave tonight?
Right. Yeah. There's so much wonderful absurdity, and so much like sincerity too. You said something along the lines of, "I'm gonna check in on you every month or two," and almost like clockwork. I'll get it. How are you doing?
What's the thing we talked about earlier?
Right.
There's people that we've met. We won't mention names. That are they're just awful people, right? They're not really good. Their core is not great. And I don't know, I think maybe growing up in a small town in Michigan helped me. Like, we kind of call ourselves the snow shovelers because you can't get from point A to point B without moving the stuff out of your way. There's definitely things you have to do. And you have friends and you accept support, and there's no rock stars in fucking Western Michigan. You're gonna get shit done. So I think I just am surrounded by people that are fairly grounded. I have a lot of friends in LA that they have a lot of shitty people around them, right? And I think, and the shitty people kind of feed that attitude we talked about, where like you're just this holier than thou. And I literally, if we can backtrack, I have such insane trust issues from childhood fucking trauma. I don't trust people, and also I don't have any self-worth. So I have crippling self-doubt. And so when people are trying to praise me for a thing, so I apologize for saying, okay, I'm a tool, but I just have such crippling self-doubt that I can't accept that you are giving me a compliment. It doesn't register with me. I feel like you're up to something.
Okay.
And that's not you. I'm just in general
Sure.
people. I just feel like what is it? And all I can do is let you down because I'm not as whatever the fuck you think I am. I'm not that guy. I'm literally just fucking struggling over here. So so it kind of registers weird. So I have to accept that, like, okay, there's things that I've done that have like helped somebody, and I just have to accept that. But I'm not gonna go hang out with you.
Right.
But I do, for strangers. I just don't. I have a wall up for strangers. I'm trust issues and everything. But
I think that's incredible that you can say that. And
it's
I
hard to
think
say
it's
out
cool.
loud. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not something you want to fucking really. Here we are telling everybody.
Right.
It's not really because that and again, trust issues pop up. Like now somebody's going to use it against me. You know what I mean? Like it's just like it's circular. You go
Right.
around in fucking circles. But yeah, I feel like what you said about some people they keep piling on the pile of the negative shit that and their bad behaviors reinforced with accolades, money, all this shit. So they just keep acting like a fucking asshole. And we're over here trying to let go. I know I did stupid shit in my youth, and I know that I did some bad things, and I had relationships that I'm just fucking mortified by when I think back on what I did to that person and how I treated that person. And I want to dig my way out of that fucking hole. I don't know how to do that other than just try to be somewhat present
Sure.
for people that I've come across, that I see them doing okay, but I also see them struggling. So
Right.
just kind of be there for both of it, for the joy and for the bad parts.
Right.
So I have quite a few people that I try to make sure that I'm. So you're not the only one on the list. So
I love it. I was just very impressed by that, and it's our exchanges are meaningful to me.
well, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Have you ever had
Callback. You like that?
Have you ever had a big beard?
No. When I grow out, I look like Frodo's feet. It's just this patchy thing. I did a goatee at some point where it kind of filled in, but it literally looks like the back of your calf after a fucking bike accident. It's not good.
Yeah, I've never done well with facial hair either.
No.
When I think of what you're doing in Arizona, you just told me earlier that you've actually been downsizing, but you've got a new gelato place. Is that right?
Well, the gelato is actually made at the base of the trattoria. We make it in the little shipping container, like literally 200 meters from here.
Okay, so you're doing gelato. You've got the
Got the coffee
cafe,
roaster here at the cafe.
the record store, which is kind of like in with the coffee.
Yep.
You've got the winery.
Yep. Right up on the hill there. Two of them, actually.
Do you have a jujitsu?
I had it, but I'm traveling so much and I'm working on all these other things. And Clay and Jimmy have been coaching everybody over there. Basically, those are their students, right? So the idea that I own a gym is kind of weird. So
Okay.
I handed them the keys. So that's their gym.
Good.
Yeah. But so I had it, but I handed it to the guys that are actually putting the time in.
Okay. The whole idea of all of this stuff, I know you to be an aspiring homesteader, like a doomsday prepper.
Yeah.
And like all of
I feel seen.
all of these establishments, these businesses are like, how do they tie in with like it's coming, the collapse is coming. Like, is it?
I don't know about so much the collapse. I do subscribe to the idea that, like, when weird shit happens in whatever way, whether it's man initiated or if it's natural disasters, just being able to survive for a period of time while we gather forces and get it together. Like, don't be caught in your apartment, in your house, or wherever, without water and
Right.
Just basic stuff like a bag of rice somewhere. You know what I mean? Just like, and if you don't have water to boil or whatever, and you're a coffee guy, right? Make sure you have whole beans around because that headache's going to be a bitch if you're stuck in your house without coffee. Eat a bean. You'll be fine.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think, so to answer your question, how does this all tie together?
Yeah.
And everything going on right now, I don't know how to process it all. It's just so, my grandfather warned me about it, and here we are again, because history repeats itself if you don't understand history. And all I can really do is what I know how to do, which is, tell stories through song, feed people, and get them drunk.
Nice.
That's all I can really. That's my corner that I can stand in and go, okay, I'll tell you a story. I'm going to sing you a story. I'm going to feed you, literally feed you, and get you drunk if you're of age.
That's epic. The idea of feeding people and telling them stories, where my head is at, I feel like the America's national debt is such that there's no path forward that doesn't involve some kind of a collapse, whether it's through default or hyperinflation. I feel like we are like at the precipice of like real tough times.
Yeah.
And
it's coming.
it's coming.
It's coming.
And I feel like, to be a have in a world of have-nots, like that's a particular. It's daunting. Like it feels like a major responsibility, like a test that's coming.
Yeah, because if you don't remember how to like actually have water that you can drink, you don't remember that part. It was I can't remember. I was watching some mediocre movie where some of the homesteaders, they kept warning them, no, boil your water, and of course this group of people like, oh, we're fine, just drinking out of the fucking lake. They shit themselves to death.
Wow.
Right? Because like, you boil the fucking water. Like if you don't understand, God's gonna boil it for you? Like, boil the fucking water. And so like just basic shit like that, like how easy it is to share resources and have some chickens and eat the eggs, but like you got to have something to feed the chickens. So who's growing grains down the street or growing something that you can feed the chickens? And it's just shit like that, just understanding basic cycles in a rural farming community that will help you survive. That's why you can things. That's why you have mason jars. Like, it's because you got to get through those winter months.
Right. I've just started looking into like farming produce.
Okay.
And it's kind of exciting, man. Like I brought a farming consultant out to my land, and
right, because you have all that land now.
Yeah, 44 acres. The land. And as good as it would be to grow every last darn thing that I need to sustain myself on this land, it's just a lot easier to fill all the gaps in my diet with AG1. And I'm telling you, I do it every morning. I love it, and it tastes great. And if you go to drinkag1.com/Steve-O and subscribe, you're going to get an epic welcome kit. This has a bottle of vitamin D3. It's got a morning person hat, and it's got all the AG1 that you need to be the healthiest you. So, I mean, hey, you want to grow food? That's great. I want to grow food. But let's not wait around to fill the gaps in our diet. Let's get our AG1 subscription right now. Go to drinkag1.com/Steve-O to subscribe and get this awesome free welcome kit right now. Now let's go back to it.
So you're like, I'll jump ahead. If it's what state is it in?
Tennessee.
Okay, so you have seasons. There's going to be some snow, right?
It won't stay. It'll come once, maybe twice a
But
winter.
there's still going to be some frosts. There's going to be some stuff that's going to damage your things. So those are the things you just take into consideration right away. if you have the finances to do it, set up like a 70-foot by 24-foot greenhouse,
Yeah.
right? Because then you can control. That's, motherfuckers coming over on boats and landing on the fucking shores and trying to establish things here. They're dying in the first winter because they don't understand the basics of what's happening. Just because it grows in fucking Holland doesn't mean it's going to grow in Boston.
Right.
Right. So you're having to navigate these things. But if you can afford it, even a small greenhouse, we literally have the 70-foot up there at the trattoria. So all the greens and everything, the herbs are all from that, for our salads and stuff, come from the pestos. They all come from the greenhouse next to the restaurant. We're building another 100-foot one down. It'll be more soil-based. Really cool. It's like these, they're on rollers, and it's like a hammock of soil with the drain pans underneath them. So if anything goes wrong with the soil, you can literally roll that one out, put it in a pile, compost it to kind of clean up the soil, put new soil in, and then it can grow in these little hammocks of soil. We have hydroponic stuff up at the top one. That'll be soil. And we have a mushroom container. So we grow gnocchis and oyster mushrooms, like a 40-foot mushroom factory, basically. So all the mushrooms that we serve at the place are from our shipping containers.
Mushrooms are particularly healthy.
Yes, as are sprouts and small greens and herbs.
Yeah.
And so like if you can just get yourself to understand how to grow mushrooms in a contained environment, you can convert your closet into a mushroom factory.
Yeah. That's my whole deal, man. I really want to have my my property, my compound be like a homestead. I can take care of my people.
But the idea that you're going to be a homesteader that's completely isolated as an island, kind of sustaining yourself, is an absurd notion. You need to trade with your neighbors. You need to have a converse. The idea of isolating yourself like an island and not talking to your neighbor, fucking let it go. You have to figure out a way to agree to disagree with your neighbor.
You know what? I get along so well with my neighbors in Tennessee. Shout out to the Bruces. I love them.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like there's this idea that like this whole, bipartisan shit, like you're going to shore up and be on your side of the wall and they're on their side of the wall. It's fucking stupid. It's dumb.
I mean, when it comes down to it.
You have to talk to each other.
Yeah. Faith and cooperation, I understand, are the two most important things.
Yeah.
I was telling you earlier that I'm super fixated on this idea of life review and near-death experiences and the spiritual afterlife. Is it very safe to assume, just based on your lyrics, that you believe in consciousness existing separate from the brain, reincarnation?
I think I have probably a darker view on it a little bit. Ooh. I mean, I think it's when it's done, but I think that the responsibility that you have to accept is that you're setting it up for the next version of you. So your DNA going forward, your neighbors, your friends going forward, there's a communal responsibility. Now, when you're talking about the consciousness being separated from this thing, I think there's evidence of that. I absolutely think there's evidence of that. I just don't know that it's as simple as ghosts and, like your consciousness living on. I think it just kind of returns to the whole. So, but I'm open to, hey, we can talk about it for fucking hours on mushrooms if you want. But, but you know what I mean? I just don't know. I don't think that there's any. You're literally talking about faith in an idea.
Right.
Right.
Well, I understand the definition of the word faith is belief in something that cannot be proven.
Right. So you
we're all.
If you're living your life like, okay, so here's a scenario. You believe, this person believes in life after death. You're going to be reincarnated in some way. So there's one person that's going to go, well, if I'm coming back, fuck it, let's go for it. Right? then there's going to be another person going, well, I want a better life next time, so I'm going to like completely not do anything this life because I'm afraid I won't get a better life when I come back. Now there's the people that believe there is nothing after death. Same scenario. You got one person going, well, if there's nothing after this, fuck it, let's go for it.
Right.
Or there's the person who's going, well, if there's no life after this, I'm going to covet and suffocate this one that I have, because I don't want to die, right? So
Right.
it's not really like the people who believe in afterlife or don't. It's more like what do you choose to do with that belief, right? I feel like I'm kind of treading the middle. I'm kind of prepping to be safe and,
Right.
but also going for it.
Good. I think that it would be pretty unfair if this was it and there's nothing next, because what of the children who die prematurely and didn't get the chance? Like, there's so many different situations where you think, oh wow, like it just wouldn't be fair if this was a one-shot deal and there's nothing after but dirt. I think the idea that that you can come back to evolve more, to accomplish things, face different challenges. That to me makes more sense, and that's what
It does. But I think also, but to add a detail to that, if we're setting up a video game here,
yeah,
is that you're not allowed to remember.
Yep, that's part of the deal.
So that's the only thing, is you might be something in you that leans towards a thing you set up in a previous life, but you're not allowed to remember. You literally have to start over.
Right, because if you could remember, then
it'd be fucking easy. Then
you'd
you
have
fucking
a cheat code.
Yeah, it's totally cheating.
Yeah, you would have a cheat code, and your, it wouldn't be much of an accomplishment to be good for the sake of being good.
Right. Yeah, and I feel like that's part of it. Is why are you being good? Are you being good because there are consequences for being bad?
Right.
Then there's people who just like they're just good because somebody told them they have to be good. That's boring. Like,
right.
To be good because you don't want to fucking be a dick, but also because there's consequences for being a dick.
Right. Yeah. I question that about myself a lot.
But just following rules to follow rules are kind of
right.
That's gets you where we are right now.
I find it interesting that that you seem to question whether your consciousness as you know it in this body continues at the end of the body. You seem to question that, but at the same time, you describe the creative process not as building something, but tuning into something.
Right.
So the idea that there's a signal there,
yes,
that
I agree with the signal
we're receiving.
We are all light, and everything is light.
Right. So those two kind of perspectives seem at odds with each other.
A little bit, but yeah, probably. I am absolutely a walking contradiction. And the word "dick" is in there somewhere. Yeah, I mean it's there, but I think if you consider, everything is light, right? And
light, energy, consciousness.
Yeah. So the word for what we call it God now, but like the actual the Hebrew word was or Aramaic words like Yahweh, Jehovah, Alleluia. It's all the same word, and it means light, but it's also the same word for love.
Okay.
It's an infinite, without judgment, unconditional light. And we are all that. And there's vibrations of it that separate some of the light from the other pieces of light. If you can tap into that thing, you're actually tapping into all of the light, because it's infinite.
Yep.
And it's everything. And it's all love and light. So I think you have to figure out how to open up your brain enough to tap into it, and then the floodgates can kind of open for just that creative, because that's what it is. It is creation. It is creative.
I think I just think that there's lots of stages somehow, and
Explain.
I'm into this new. It's not new. It was written in 1857. It's called The Spirit's Book, and this French guy in 1857 he worked with a bunch of mediums to sort of take dictation from spirits, and there seems to be a lot of demonstrably true things that are articulated in this book.
Okay.
And it describes life in the body as a way for a soul to evolve, that we forget, and we're in this life presented with opportunities to do good or not do good, and the purpose of it all is for the spirit to become more pure and sort of work its way back to union with God. And the whole purpose is for having experience, because
right. It's all about the experience.
Yeah.
The idea I've heard it's described similarly, where you've actually slowed your vibration down to experience the mud.
Yeah.
You're here to like take in the mud. That's why I always got wound up about like going to Sedona and all these people trying to ascend or just meditating. Dude, you just fucking got here. Like, why are you trying to get back there? Like, wallow.
Right.
Be here. Feel the pain, the hurt, the joy, all those things. That's why you're here, to gather gather those experiences for the collective, right? You're trying to get out. You're like, I'm going to ascend. Dick. The fucking cruise ship just left the fucking harbor. You're trying to get back to fucking mainland? No. Enjoy the fucking cruise ship. Get herpes. Come on, do it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm switching gears.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I'm switching gears. Do you, like, when you're in your home, do you say, like, Alexa, turn on the light?
Fuck no.
No.
I know that we're being surveilled. Like, this is literally you're willingly taking your surveillance chip around with you and making sure it's charged so that they always know what you're doing. I get that. But that Alexa thing, I can't.
Yeah, I would guess
do
that.
It. Yeah, no, I don't, I can't do that. Weird to me.
Yeah, that would have been my my guess, that you're not trying to beef up. Yeah, I can't do it either. I can't do it either.
I love watching. There's some political feed on my phone that just fucking has to be balanced out. So I have like all of the cat and animal rescue, wolf, the falconry, parrot, like the parrots. I love fucking African greys. So I have a bunch of those accounts that I follow where the African greys are just like, hey Siri, and they start asking, and then Siri's like, yeah, yes, and then they start asking these irrelevant questions and making popping noises, and Siri's like, I'm not sure I understand the question. That to me is great. Like,
African
trying to talk to a
greys.
fucking parrot.
I'm not sure that I'm familiar with African greys.
It's a. Uh-oh, whip it out. I follow a couple accounts.
I remember that you sent me the
Gizmo.
the self-defense guy. He was teaching how to disarm people with guns and then kick them in the nuts. Ah, gotcha. Okay, so that's a bird.
Hey, Steve-O's here.
I was picturing like tribes people.
No, yeah, because that's where your brain goes.
Yeah.
No, African gray parrot. Sorry,
Got it.
I didn't finish the
Right.
statement. But like all those, they articulate so well to where they're making water noises from like a water dispenser, and you think there's somebody in your kitchen, right?
Right.
They're perfect, and there's a bunch of birds like it, but my favorite are the African gray parrots.
I can confirm that Maynard really does love these parrot videos because boy, did I get a bunch of them texted to me as I was driving this van away from his spot. But you know what? He's got favorites of parrots, and I've got favorites of sponsors. And I've always said it. My favorite sponsor of the Wild Ride podcast is TUSHY. The bidets that I use to pressure clean my butthole are such an important part of my life. And you can have 10% off your first order of a bidet from hellotushy.com if you use the promo code STEVO10. This is going to change your life if you've never used a bidet. I cannot emphasize this enough. hellotushy.com with the promo code STEVO10 to get 10% off your first order of a bidet from Hello Tushy. I'm never going to change my tune on this. It's the best. hellotushy.com, promo code STEVO10. Now let's get back to it.
You say you can't do Alexa, but what's your thoughts on like ChatGPT or AI?
We've used AI for a couple things, but you literally are using AI every time you Google something.
Yeah.
So the idea you're worried about fucking AI taking over, that ship has fucking sailed.
Yeah, for sure.
I used ChatGPT a couple years ago to like just see if I could get a jump start on some scripts, and it was fucking horrendous. Like I can't use any of it. It wasn't even like I thought, oh, this is just going to be a seed to start and kind of go. It was fucking garbage. Yeah.
I think it's improved quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine now, but like, I just don't. There's going to be a balance for it. Like all of a sudden you're not going to wake up like there's no actors anymore.
Right.
It's all AI actors. Well, maybe for K-pop, but I just don't. Cameras are going to replace painters. Okay. Drum machines are going to replace drummers. Shut up.
Right. I was very impressed. Before coming here, I grabbed the YouTube link to our first podcast together.
Okay.
Then I plugged it into Google Gemini and asked.
What the fuck that is?
That's like ChatGPT for Google. It's their AI.
To come up with interview questions?
Not to come up with interview questions, but to give
What are we even doing here?
But I asked, can you take this YouTube link and actually like digest what's in it? And if so, can you give me a breakdown of like what we discussed so that I'm not going and repeating the same things? And it absolutely did.
Whoa,
exactly that.
I didn't know it could do that.
It can Gemini can completely digest an entire YouTube video, and not just for a transcript of it. It can actually analyze the frame by frame.
How long did it take?
So
instant.
Oh wow.
So here's the thing. Everybody worried about the global impact of the servers. Because the argument is like
the data centers.
The data centers, the AI data centers, and the heat and everything that just environmentally impact that it's
the energy
making.
And then the
energy,
water.
The amount of water,
all those things. The funny thing is a lot of people that are bitching about that are the same people who have Bitcoin. So it's the same fucking argument. And so because the blockchain shit is like it's taking energy to fucking keep that shit moving. But here's the thing. The Ring of Fire is going off right now. The plates are shifting. The earth, the fault lines are fucking rumbling. There's solar flares coming off the sun. Just that kind of activity on the earth is going to end up doing something where all those fucking servers, it's just going to be interrupted. Literally.
Help me understand what's the Ring of Fire.
It's the whole coastline. It goes to, Japan up through along the top or down around Alaska, along the west coast, through around, southern South Pacific. So it's all those volcanic spots around that. That's the Ring of Fire, and it's all where the fault lines kind of all line up.
Fault lines that cannot sit still.
Correct. Yes. So it's escalated quite a bit in the last couple years. There's a lot of people tracking, and of course, it's all those. It's people you have to take with a grain of salt. Like, run! But
Yeah.
it's definitely it's heating up, and there's more activity. I was in the earthquake in Tokyo last month. We were in a
Wow.
fucking hotel, like the fucking hotel rocking, and so it's happening. But my point is, like, those are the kind of things when people think that they have all the power in the world and they're the guys on top of everything and they're pulling the strings and the puppeteering everything. Those are the kind of things that just completely level the field. Yeah. If all your money's in like Bitcoin and all your stuff, you have all your server shit, it's one fault line, a couple volcanoes going off in ways that you had not expected. Pompeii shit, like burying an entire city. That's, those are the kind of things that will end up level the playing field. It won't be about like some savior coming along to eat the rich. It'll be like an environmental thing that just completely, I don't know, maybe check this out. Like, let's say that the solar flares end up somehow converting to EMPs, and like it's just all this shit goes off. It's done. Electromagnetic pulse.
Okay.
So like it's just all electronics go done.
Yeah. Wow. I mean it.
Because imagine your life right now. Everybody who thinks they're in power, quite a bit of their power is rooted in electronics in terms of like their banking, their finances, all those things, weaponry, communications. If a large scale EMP hit the globe, it's like caveman days.
Right?
Because people don't remember how to fucking raise a chicken. They don't remember how to fucking purify their water.
Right.
And they can't Google it now.
You see chickens, but did I not see that you raised ducks?
Ducks, quail, chickens. Yeah.
And ducks aren't quite as widely consumed by people.
No, they're harder to keep because they're a waterfowl. So you have to have like we have a big pond for them to kind of hang out in during the day, and it just needs more water.
In Florida, ducks are an invasive species. Do you have different kinds of ducks?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. They're not making a lot more and invading the neighbor's property. So I think they're fine.
Right.
Yeah.
I just, Florida's a weird place, man.
Yes, it is.
They, with the invasive iguanas.
Yeah, and Texas, and a lot of states, you have the wild boar, the javelinas and the wild boar that are just like, they're just tearing through agricultural land and just destroying the fuck out of things.
Gee, I haven't heard about invasive wild boars. But...
Yeah, Texas, it's literally open season on, like, you can get rid of them because they're tearing up agriculture.
Wow.
Herds
And they
of
must
them.
love that in Texas. Wow, we can do it. Okay, so
Pretty insane.
all of this seriousness, all of this heaviness, but
Okay.
But I know you to be a pretty absurd guy.
Yeah.
And with I did ask my AI. I said tool and a perfect circle.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And am I missing anything? Or are tool and a perfect circle like super serious while Puscifer like really leans towards absurd? And the answer was yes. That's about right. The tool is reverent. Mm-hmm. A perfect circle is romantic, mm-hmm. and Puscifer is absurd. And it was suggested that correct me if I'm wrong, but all of these different approaches are in different ways seeking to accomplish the same thing, which is to dismantle the ego.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay, good.
But But what was the tool was the what?
The tool was reverence.
Reverence for fist fucking.
There you go. Okay. There is some pretty serious fist fucking going on.
Butt sex songs, I don't know. Like, so what are we talking about? 'Cause,
Okay.
I think all of the, I think there's all of the projects are for me for lyrically they are absolutely serious play. All of it is serious play. It's all balance. It's all there's something being accomplished. I think I failed miserably multiple times on putting some songs together, and then you build. You go, okay, that was stupid. I'm gonna do better on that next time, and you get caught up in the wrong thing. There's some old Tool songs that I don't like playing them because I feel like I failed them. They're popular songs, but I feel like I was trying to make a joke and it was a dumb joke. I should have just moved on.
When you say that you failed these songs, what do you
Well,
mean by that?
I feel like the lyrics don't hold up under scrutiny.
Can you give me an example?
4 Degrees is a stupid song.
Okay.
It's the way I wrote it. I was trying to fucking make a butt sex joke and it was just it was dumb. The song's beautiful. What those guys did, musically is great. And I think maybe the melody's a good melody, but the words are just dumb. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. So don't do that again. Fix it and make a song like Stinkfist.
Yeah. I think Stinkfist is quite reverent. I mean, it's
so I agree that that Puscifer is kind of like the absurd, but it's still as serious. I could quote for the uninitiated. I could quote some songs.
Mama said,
and they would think that it was a Tool song or a Perfect Circle song because if you're just looking at the story and listening to the melody, you might not know which one it's from because of course it's coming from me. Oddly enough, I had a friend of mine was visiting a long lost brother, and his kids. This is funny to me. All the kids from ages. Allison's gonna kill me. I'm gonna get this wrong. 16 to 30, whatever. Huge Puscifer fans, and they view Tool as when your uncle was into Steely Dan. It's this other thing that's my weird uncle is into that. I just thought it was funny that because I'm in that and I'm like, we're not Steely Dan,
It's like the cycle of life. You get older and things don't work the way they used to. But that doesn't have to be the case in the bedroom if you want to try BlueChew Gold. Why would you try BlueChew Gold? Because it very likely could help you have better sex. And not just in the blood flow department for the rock solidness that you're after, but also in the arousal department. That's what makes it BlueChew Gold. Now we've got 4 active ingredients that really spice up everything you're doing in the bedroom. And if you're a guy like me, you could use some help in the bedroom. So to get 10% off your first month of subscription with BlueChew Gold, you go to BlueChew.com and use the promo code Steve-O. One more time. For more arousal, more blood flow, more solidity, you go to BlueChew.com and you use the promo code Steve-O to get 10% off your first month of subscription. Now let's ride this baby all the way home.
But I understand the procession because whatever you're into as that adolescent kid, whatever your older siblings or uncle or grandfather was into, that's right. Silly. That's grandpa music.
I wonder if
and we've been around long enough that we're like, I'm spanning 3 generations of people listening, so
that's crazy.
I get it. Like, yeah, we're officially, the Rush of fans that are like, I don't want to listen to Rush.
I wonder if it's got anything to do with Tool albums having like expansive like sections where it's like something's building so slowly. You know, like it's almost like let's get to
Because you're a fan, you're explaining that in a way that a fan would explain it. Other people go, get to the fucking point. So I get both perspectives. I love the build. I love old, Pink Floyd
Right.
stuff. But I also get like something as just, we're going to listen to it right now, and I fucking get it. Like Blonde Redhead or Auto Lux, or, this is a fucking great song. The lyrics are compelling.
Right.
It moves. It's moving. It doesn't. I don't have to pay to enjoy it. Some people view Tool as paying to enjoy it.
there are parts where it feels like a little bit of work to get to the,
And that's the role we play, right?
Sure.
So that is what we are, and that's what I'm into it.
I love that.
But I also like to do the other stuff where
Right.
I fucking love a good catchy story. I want to hear it, and I want to get into it, and I want to invite you along for it.
Right. And I only bring that to you as maybe my interpretation of why the kids would react that way.
Yeah, I get it. Especially nowadays, like
Yeah,
Right.
with the attention
you
span.
order an Amazon package, and you're looking out the door to see if it showed up yesterday. Like, dude,
Right.
life is just not like that.
Right. I loved what you were saying about politics in your feed requiring you to have cat
videos. Yes, 100%.
Right. What other stuff? And are you talking about a YouTube feed?
No, I'm usually on Instagram.
Right.
Instagram, YouTube as well, but like Instagram feed is it's comedians, it's jokes.
I wanted to ask you of your favorite comedians.
Well, I mean, I always go back. You always go back in time. You can't get away from Norm Macdonald, and and some of the fun. I have Funny or Die is one of
Yeah.
my feeds, because just all those people. Kristen Wiig, is that her name? Wiig.
Yeah.
It's just so one of her. Like, it's just that stuff. You can't. It's just so good, the timing, and then of course some stand-ups. A little bit, not as much stand-ups. I've been.
Do you enjoy Anthony Jeselnik?
I don't know.
He's
Send me that.
I love him.
Okay.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
like dead babies and stuff, and
Awesome.
yeah.
You know what? I'm not ignoring you. I'm looking at my feed to see, because some of these are all they're right now in my feed because they just come up. I only follow 666 people.
Oh, do you keep it that way deliberately?
Yeah.
I did that for a while. It became too much work. Every time I wanted to follow somebody, I had to unfollow somebody. I couldn't do it anymore.
I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring you. I'm looking for the good shit. I just followed one. Iconic Bloopers was pretty good. What the fuck's the dude's name? And now it's all that's going to show me is that.
Did you watch the most recent Dave Chappelle special?
No, I saw the Gervais.
Ooh,
the
you watched
one.
Mortality?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet.
I like it a lot. I just like that he's. Yeah, I just
I
like
love
that he's just no. We're gonna use the word retard. Get over it. Like,
Right.
and that was the beautiful thing when I first started touring, in the UK. I was definitely a little snowflake. Like, you don't like that. You had to fucking harden up fast, because your crew, your tour manager, the production manager, they're all English, and they don't have time for fucking, your rock star bullshit, and they're gonna fucking tell you.
Uh-huh.
And then you're doing the press like Melody Maker and NME, like they're like, I don't like you. I'm just interviewing you. Like, and they just tell you that. Your song 4 Degrees is stupid. No, it's not. Like, so you had to fucking nut up right away to go, oh, grow some thicker skin. That's it.
Right.
I really enjoyed the UK because of that. Like, it was that fucking amazing Irish banter of just like, it's a fight, but it's not a fight.
Yeah.
Not a fist fight. It's a word fight.
I went to high school in London, England, and it was awesome.
Okay.
Like,
you liked it.
I did.
Okay.
I did. I grew up. It's much more international, and I remember after graduating from high school in England, I went to the University of Miami. At that point, I had not lived in America from the age of 9 to 18, and when I got to
That's a
America,
culture shock.
yeah, it was a big culture shock.
Especially where?
Miami.
Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, because Florida is the Ohio of Florida. So you're in Miami, which is the Florida of Ohio. It's circular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very jarring.
Yeah.
I wasn't used to guys that were hyper obsessed with working out in their muscles and being intimidating and like, oh, I'm gonna beat you up, and I felt that there was this super upsetting racism the seemed, and my takeaway at the time was that, wow, America's not so much a melting pot, it's really a TV dinner.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so, you had that's, in a way, you experienced poison early because that's kind of a cliche, right? Travel erases any of those fucking weird perceptions you have about culture, right? And whatever they do over there or whatever, like,
right.
It's just travel. It's inoculating. You can just, your tolerance level goes up for shit that you think is foreign, right? It's just knowledge. It's just fucking knowledge and exposure to cultures, and you can, I think it's amazing.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, I grew up in London, and my best buddy was Muslim, and that kind of informed a lot of the way that I look at the world. But the way that you describe it, I think that it's fun. It's fun to hear you describe yourself as a snowflake.
I am, though.
I'm
sensitive.
Yeah. Well, yeah, me too.
Yeah. We're all a little sensitive.
I remember we had some sincere exchanges about a year ago, maybe a little more. Like, wow, it's gonna get crazy in America. I would submit that it's gotten even crazier than we would have imagined.
Beyond.
And
just beyond logic, beyond,
like, it's really
the shit that my grandfather warned me about. He got back from World War II. After I was born, he had these photos that he took while he was a soldier. He was the first company, whatever, that rolled into Dachau after it was abandoned. And he has photos that he took on his camera of bodies stacked 4 high in the train cars. And he showed those to me at a very young age. And he said, I know you're too young to see these, but you need to see them. And you need to know that if we don't remember this, we're going to repeat it. This is going to happen again. This is the photo of when it went so far beyond the tipping point. He said, and if we don't stay in school, learn history, or we're gonna repeat it. And here we are. We're not to the point of like bodies stacked up in cars, or are we? I don't know.
I mean,
it's pretty dark.
It's pretty dark
that we can't even fucking talk to each other.
Right.
What hat are you wearing? Because I can't talk to you if you're wearing the other hat. What are you, fucking star-bellied sneeches here? What the fuck is this about? Like,
Right. You said that you're particularly scared, having a 10-year-old, and
yeah.
that was that weighed on me. I found that that hit me pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I don't know if you remember when you were 10, but I wasn't discussing anything like Project 2025 when I was 10.
right.
I was
I
mad.
started
I was mad
listening
because
to-
the guy down the fucking street borrowed my bike without asking. That was about it.
Yeah, I started listening to Maiden when I was 10.
Right.
Iron Maiden, and I was around the house like screaming the lyrics of "Run to the Hills," and my mom heard that, and she she ripped all the ribbons out of the tape cassette.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was,
It's a mess.
I had a replacement the next day.
And didn't she find it again?
She didn't find it. Yeah,
Okay.
I was more wise. Yeah, I was more wise.
Learn from our experiences.
Yeah.
We learn.
Right. So I wondered too, like I felt like maybe when relating this this perspective on the world and where it's at, like you're pretty outspoken about like how you feel about this stuff, like
No, I kind of keep to myself because I feel like we got a lot of followers, and the last thing I want to do is tell somebody how to think.
right,
Speaking of education, like my dad was very adamant about like your high school, elementary school is about learning how to learn, right? And then original thought is what you're shooting for in the higher, education and university level, college level. That's what you're going for your doctorate. You should be like trying to come up with original thought, but you have to have the foundation to begin with, of just learning how to learn, right?
right,
So I would like to think that I am in some way helping people learn, how to question a thing and come to the conclusion of that's accurate, that's not accurate, and then make your own decisions. But here we are, like just not talking to each other at all. That's not going to do anything. At the core, if I had any thing I would stand on as being, this is the thing that I am about. I'm not Democrat or Republican or any of that. I'm definitely not current Republican or far left anything.
right,
It's fundamentalism. Fundamentalism fundamentalist extremist in whatever fucking thing you're about is that's the poison. So for me, like blanket, because of this, a Bible
Right.
is going to tell you this is how we're supposed to be acting, and then you're not even acting that way. But like, this is your extremism. Like, religious extremists are fucking scary. True believers are fucking scary, and damage occurs in the name of some ghost, comic
Right.
book character, on many levels. And there's other extremism too, like that I find equally absurd. In the wine industry, for a while, we had like, it has to be natural wine, or we're not gonna drink it. We're not even gonna sell it if it's not natural wine. It's like, have you tasted it? Most of it's fucking garbage. You're drinking fucking vinegar. Vegans, I'm all in. If you want to not eat meat, that is totally fucking fine. But there's a part of those people that are fucking militia.
right.
They're literally a fucking aggressive, insane people. I have
Yeah.
a friend who's like, he's been vegan for fucking ever. He's a rational fucking human being. But then there's like, whoa.
Yeah,
They're fucking worse than Scientologists.
they're bad.
The bad Scientologists.
I've-
Not all Scientologists are bad.
I was guilty of
Again,
that
like-
for a while there.
But that's the religious fundamentalism of like, I don't eat carbs. Okay, well, that's fine. But you don't have to like murder an entire town because somebody ate a carb in there.
Right.
It's that is religious. It's religious extremism, and it doesn't breed any sense of irony. It doesn't have any sense of humor. It's just rigid and does not. It's not flexible in any way.
Progress, not perfection.
Right.
Now, when you say that you're guilty of that, you considered yourself an extremist as far as the vegan goes?
There were like 4 years from 2009 to 2013 when I was quite the militant, orthodox vegan. And what I'm not proud of is all of the negative reinforcement. You're never going to affect positive change through negative reinforcement.
No.
You're never going to shame anybody into like improving themselves.
One of my favorite vegans on the fucking planet, amazing bass player, Tanya O'Callahan. And she'll show you recipes that are fully vegan recipes,
Right.
and she'll put them, you can make that one, I'll make this one, and we'll put them side by side. If you like the delicious nature of both of them, and you're worried about whatever your agenda is, like I don't want to murder animals, or I feel like this is bad for my body. Whatever your moral or your emotional or physical agenda, whatever your agenda is with it.
Right.
If I can make this delicious meal from something I'm growing,
right.
Okay, I have chickens too. I'm gonna throw an egg in there just because.
Right.
I like eggs.
And they're good for you.
Right.
What I particularly was upset by, and there are multiple examples of it, documentaries that are all about how healthy it is to be vegan that really twist science, like really cherry pick and just flat out lie. And
like anti-vaxxers?
Yeah, I just was particularly offended because there was one of these documentaries that I was in, and they filmed me to be in the documentary, and then like I saw it when it came out, and it really, this documentary was saying that it's more unhealthy to eat any kind of meat than it is to smoke an entire pack of cigarettes.
That's absurd.
Right. A lot of absurd things. If you type into YouTube or Google debunking what the health documentary, like voluminous results of just like, I understand what the objective was. They wanted to help animals. But if you're going to get a bunch of people to become vegan, like based on lies that you told
misinformation,
then when they find out that they've been lied to.
That's the flip side of cult. Once the cult once the veil drops on cult because you got them in for the wrong reasons,
right?
They will literally go eat a live cow in front of you because they're so fucking mad about being lied to.
Right. And you know what? It's interesting that you say that because I reintroduced fish into my diet, and like that was like I eat fish at vegans. I do, and my justification for that.
What I heard, I know what you said, but what I heard was like, I eat fish at vegans. Is that what you just said? Okay, that took me a minute to process that.
I do, and like
angrily eating fish at vegans. That's fucking hilarious.
It's pretty on point too, because like you got all this like Beyond Meat, Impossible Meat, and it's just these are absurd substances posing as food.
Yeah.
Like it is.
I have a lot of friends that they smoke pot because they think that's better than the alcohol or whatever. But if you've ever spent any time in a grow facility, the shit they have to put on those plants to get them into your hand at the dispensary, there's some crazy fucking chemicals and bugs and shit on those things. It's an industry you go, if you really start just scratching the surface on it, going, oh yeah, I would never light that on fire and inhale it.
Right. Oof. So like just there's all this like fake meat, chicken. You know, it's like,
That just makes me mad. Just that. Like just
I remember going like one time I was maybe on a lark. I went to go do colonic hydrotherapy. You know, like they
did
stick.
that once.
You did it once.
Yeah, like, decades ago, and I was
like-
like, this just
They put a tube up your butt,
Yeah.
and then it shoots water in there, and your butt essentially fills up, and then you poop out all the water, and then again, and you put, and it's a cleansing your colon. I guess
all you're
I don't
doing is
know.
getting rid of all your beneficial fucking bacteria in your fucking colon.
Well, I don't know. All I know is that as this lady who ran this colonic hydrotherapy operation saw everything that was coming out of my butthole,
Right.
she said, "What are you eating?" You know, like there was all like just maybe she described it as like particularly yeasty like stuff that was just like cloudy, and she's like, it looked to her as though I was eating things that my body did not recognize as food.
Right.
And at that time, it was all the Gardein brand chicken, and it's
Yeah.
like, it's like, so I was being kind to animals, but I was effectively polluting my body with absurd substances that it didn't recognize as food.
Right.
And I went on to think, you know what, like. What I'm really, really upset by myself is factory farming. The idea of
Yes.
an animal that's
Completely get that.
an
Completely
animal
get
that has its entire life that it suffers in horrific conditions. I do not want to contribute to factory farming,
completely understand that.
but I can wrap my head around the idea of a fish that swims its natural life in the ocean, has a great life, swimming free, and then gets caught at the end. I think death.
And then we serve it at our new place opening in the late summer, Queen Bee Sushi, across the street at 816 Main Street.
I like that.
I kind of slipped that in.
Okay,
I
you say
like that a
you
lot.
say you think about that with fish, but what about a deer roaming around its whole life, and then you know what I mean?
You're 100% accurate. I could wrap my head around that. You know what? I even have particularly profound respect for those who hunt. You know,
Yeah. So
like,
in Michigan, I can't. I'm a hypocrite. I'll eat the venison. I can't shoot the deer. I just can't. I'm
kind of the same way.
Same way.
well,
Yeah,
most
yeah,
people
yeah.
are.
But then
Yeah.
I go, why are you guys like so like? Guys are always out hunting and like, are you like thinning out the deer? And my friend's like, no, look, you don't understand. Like, the deer, there's a lot of deer, and so I'm like, I know what I'm talking about. Literally last year, driving up to Manistee from Scottville, Michigan, and it was just at dusk, and there's a bunch of these like kind of corn and various like fields, farming fields to the left and right of the drive, and literally in this 20-acre lot, I'm looking, there's fucking 70 deer in this thing. I'm like, oh my God, they must be like putting out food so that they'll all go right there. Not even a quarter mile up, 80 deer in this field, 70 deer in this field, 50 deer in this field. Like, we must have seen 1,000 deer between Scottville and Manistee, and we're only talking about a 20-minute drive, right?
Uh-huh.
It's insane. So the idea of you going out, and these are not factories, right? This is
Right.
just out, right?
Right.
So my friends go out when they have their whatever their permit they're allowed to pull for whatever season. They're bringing home and feeding their family venison, seasonally.
Right.
Okay, well then,
Yeah, I wouldn't have an issue with that. It's just like, it's just hard to. To me, it's just easier to just have a boundary.
For
like,
sure.
Right.
You know,
When you brought fish back into your diet, did you feel a difference, like
I didn't.
energy-wise, sleep-wise, anything?
I didn't. And it was so gradual too. I remember like, I was like, oh, I'm going vegan. And then I was on a flight to Canada, and I was like, oh, I want to have like clamato. Like I always liked clamato. But then they brought it to me, and I thought, ooh, that's clams. I'm vegan. And I said, no, I'm not going to have it. So then I started thinking, okay, well, clams. I heard that vegan. It's like anything with eyes. You know, I don't mess with it. But clams don't have eyes.
Just justifying it.
So then, like a week or two later, I was with Tom Green in some restaurant, and then I'm like rudely Googling, like, can vegans eat clams? You know, like,
Which animal doesn't have eyes?
right? And then I was like, you know what? I'm eating clams. And we were in this restaurant so I ordered clams, and I just loved it. And then like my research continued, and it was suggested to me through the internet that shellfish at large do not have complex central nervous systems, and as such can't feel any kind of pain. So then lobster, shrimp, like, then it was like
He's turning into Renfield. He's gonna be in his apartment grabbing spiders and eating fucking roaches and shit.
Then it was shellfish, and then it was just like, oh, what am I doing here? I'm gonna eat seafood.
Yeah.
You know, and that was 2013, and then it went back and forth a couple of times. But I think at the end of the day, what's important to me is progress rather than perfection, because there were like, you know, when there's some vegan at some show or something that like asked me about my like, why do I eat fish? And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, I've got cats, and cats can't be vegan. They literally can't.
Cannot.
And I'm like, if I'm gonna
Cannot.
Yeah. And I'm like, if I'm gonna
Dogs cannot.
and if I'm gonna feed fish to my cats, you know, like, why not never to fish? I eat fish. And like this vegan person, what is
Hey, I think
so this vegan person got did some, like, I saw some post like, oh, you know, like super mad at me because now I'm eating fish. And when I had explained it, like, pretty rationally, and I saw
there's nothing rational to fundamentalism.
right, and they were, it was like I remember it being like a more coordinated, like, hey, everybody, let's get them.
Yes.
You know, like,
They literally mobilize a militia.
Yeah.
And try to fucking cancel you.
Yeah, let's get him. He's eating, and I was just that, like, I kind of snapped.
And they're
at that
literally
point.
doing it on these things where little fucking
Yeah.
Chinese kids are being fucking worked to death to bring you this fucking iPhone. Like, come on, fuck off. There is no way out. You're killing
Right.
something.
Right.
Something's dying for your entertainment or for your edification.
Right, and so that was a point, like, where I was like, I've had enough, and like, I went off. Like, I remember posting something about, like, I've had enough of, you know, like, because then you get to a point where it's like, all right, look, you know, so I'm not vegan enough for you. Now we're infighting, as opposed to, how about if we were to encourage whatever progress people can bring themselves to make, where we're all moving in the right direction, as opposed to like infighting and killing our own because they're not pure enough. So
And that is the absolute crux of fucking fundamentalism. You're not fundamental enough.
Yeah.
And then now you have, like, what, 500 Christian religions, because they're all literally like arguing over where Hama shows up in a book that's fucking fake anyway.
Oh my God. This they're like, I was on this Danny Jones podcast. We were talking about like Christianity, and I referenced my buddy, the Muslim who I grew up with. I've known him since we were 9 years old. Love him like a brother, like, genuinely. And I said that the idea that my friend Abdullah, who I grew up with, because he's Muslim, is gonna rot in hell because he didn't accept Jesus as his savior is offensive to me. And from that alone, I take the position that if heaven's so wonderful, I'd love to check it out, but not without everyone who I love. And if Abdullah's going to hell, then sadly, I'm going to hell with him.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's
So
just...
they're dismissing the entire concept of the word light. They put the word God in place of light and love, and that way they can draw boundaries and walls.
Right.
If you bring the word God back to love and light, you can't say that now. Your dude gets to join you in this pool of light.
Right.
Because he is a pool of light.
100%. And what I believe firmly, because like, of course, like what I had to say was like, I'd see it all on my Instagram. Like, why did I even go there? Because now I've got all these angry Christians, like, they're attacking me just like the vegans were. And, like I firmly believe this, I'm going to stand on this, that I think all religions are the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
The same
versions
exact
of
thing.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all, like all of religions, and the differences, I think we can attribute to human error.
Yeah, and power struggles.
Yeah, in the game of telephone and in the game of greed and manipulation, like
Yeah.
we've distorted. But if you really get back to what it's meant to be, they're all like viable paths to the same place, and that there's no need for
They just get hung
exclusion.
up on some words by a human being that a
Right.
human being inserted into the equation,
Right.
and they're going to hang their head on that one erroneous fucking statement.
Or translation. Because if you take the original Aramaic,
Go on.
and like this is my dad was got on the Billy Graham train when he was like in his 20s or something.
Praise Jesus.
He went on it for a little while, and then he got to a point where he thought, you know what, like I don't think this is for me. But as I step away from this, I don't want to be like, screwing myself. So he got really, really proactive at doing his homework to get himself off of the hook. And like
Right.
that involved doing a lot of like studying of scripture, and he became
All those characters, there's no vowels. It's all consonants, and it's all figures of speech from a
Right.
particular time and a place, right?
right.
They're one of my favorites in some of those like divisions of, I mentioned commas.
Yeah,
Verily I say unto thee today, comma, thou shalt be with me in paradise. Verily I say unto thee, comma, today thou shalt be with me in paradise. There's two completely different churches with a comma. One saying that today you're going to go to paradise after you
Wow.
die, and one saying, I'm telling you today that eventually you'll be, now there's room for purgatory.
wow.
Just one comma changes the entire context of the verse. Now, let's break down the word paradise, because some people think of paradise as heaven on earth. Heaven is heaven. Paradise is heaven on earth. So there's three different religions, right? So, and it all comes down to a definition of a translation of the word paradise. Is it heaven on earth? So what's the original Aramaic letters that we're talking about here?
Right.
To really know context, figures of speech of the time, right? Because booty could mean your ass or it could mean money.
Right.
Or both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I love that so much. The comma thing was huge.
Yeah, it's
That-
huge. It's two different churches, and then you are arguing over whether it's paradise is heaven on earth or heaven in heaven.
Right.
It's fucking absurd. How about we just be cool to each other? I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I dig that a lot. What the point with my dad? He befriended this pastor who, from what I understood, like actually dove into like the Aramaic, like the actual source text, and according to my dad, this pastor said that the one line in the Bible, which all this, it's Jesus or you're going to hell comes from, is a line. It says, Jesus was quoted, I am the way, the
way, the truth, and the life, and no one coming up to the Father but by me.
Right. This pastor said that an absolutely equal translation of the source text is, now that I have come to share my teachings, it will be easier for you to find God.
Right.
Absolutely.
Doesn't
no,
that make more sense? Right?
Absolutely no requirement that everybody has to burn in hell if they find another path to God.
Yeah.
And
A path.
Yeah. So now that we've made all kinds of people mad,
Yeah.
help me understand. You've got new music.
Yes.
coming. And that's why we were
That's why we're doing this.
That's why we're blessed with the opportunity.
Yeah. So it's Puscifer New Album February 6th.
Okay.
Normal isn't.
I'm going to make a note to my editor to remind me when we film the intro
Right.
to make sure that is in the intro when I say that. So
and it's definitely a reflection of everything going on and has been going on, and again laying out a map. So if you want to figure out a way to like kind of look at things and break things down, I can hand you some of the tools for that. You have to decide for yourself. You have to start questioning things in a way that makes sense for loving your neighbor and communicating with each other. That would be kind of the goal.
Yeah.
Tolerance is a double-edged sword. It can go bad ways and good ways, but just deciding things for yourself. So these stories we're telling, one of the main singles coming out when the album comes out is called Bad Wolf, right? So which wolf are you feeding in you?
Right.
You've heard that's a old cliche, but like that's the main signal when the album comes out. It's about the bad and good wolf.
What was the song that you texted to me? You said this isn't about you. It was an idiot song.
Oh yeah, the idiot song.
Yeah,
it's called Self-Evident.
Self-evident. Yeah, is that?
He even said this isn't about you.
It's just not about. It's not about you. It's not about
you. Right. Yeah. You said that this idiot song's not about you. That felt like it was still pretty recent, right? Is that a single from this?
It just came out. Yeah, I mean, yes, we've released 3 songs now so far from the album.
So
that was one of them.
Okay,
that was the first one.
Yeah, and I loved that, and I was particularly pleased because when I watched that YouTube link that you sent me, and then more Puscifer started populating my feed.
Okay.
And it's I like
so
to
the
treat
algorithm's
myself.
working, and you'll be joining our cult soon.
Yeah. I love it. And I'm not. It's also absurd. Help me understand the characters with Puscifer.
Can't yet. I will though.
Okay.
But we're actually doing a lot of graphic novels now. I'm realizing that people don't historically, unless you came to like that specific show in Houston, Texas, or there's one over in Vegas, you didn't see the film that we did of some of those characters, right? So you don't know historically all these characters that Puscifer's been doing for years. So I cracked the code, like we're going to do graphic novels. So I've already released one, we're going to do another one soon, but I'm putting all the characters, I'm taking all the old scripts, putting them in graphic novel form and releasing those.
Graphic novel.
Yeah, comic books.
I was going to say, what's the difference between that?
I think it's, graphic, like true graphic novel is like, it's got a binder on it. It's like, it's a bunch of pages, anything less than 30 some pages is a comic book.
Okay.
Right? So we're releasing comic books basically because they're pretty short stories, but that way I can get you up to speed on that new character, Belindia Black, and
that's the one with
Fanny. Yep, Fanny Gray is the other one. That's Karina, and the Synth Whisperer is Matt Mitchell. So there's characters now attached to them, but I'm going to actually tell you the story in graphic novel form.
I remember the last time we got together, you said you were working on the jiu-jitsu documentary, which did come out.
Yeah, that
The
did
Great
come out.
In Between.
Yep.
Why not a documentary about the Puscifer characters?
Good point. I don't know. We could probably put that all together.
Because there's a lot of footage.
Yeah, a lot of footage, but we're also filming. I'm actually there's one where I'm interviewing Belindia. It's the beginning of the Pendulum video. It's the director's cut. I'm actually interviewing the character.
Okay.
So sitting there, like the character's sitting here and I'm sitting here and I'm actually talking and asking questions. So I did that with all the old characters: Reverend Soke, Major Douche, Billy D, Dick Merkin. Sorry, Douche, Major Douche. But like I did, I interviewed all the characters. We filmed all that last week.
I gotta believe that you would be just peas in a pod with Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh yeah, I met him through Puddles.
Puddles.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Weird Al's fucking amazing. Like you can't.
As is Puddles.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on, yeah. And do you know the comedian Dave Hill?
I don't know that I know
Fuck,
Dave Hill.
get out of the van. Dave's opening for Puscifer on this next tour. So you have to
Nice.
familiarize yourself with Dave Hill.
Okay. And who was the guy, the self-defense guy, the kick the nuts guy?
Oh, Master Ken.
Yeah, Master Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Restomp the grind. Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. Man, Dad, I love you, bro.
All right.
Okay.
See what I did there? That's a callback.
That was a great callback.
Okay.
Yeah,
was sick.
That's fantastic. All right, here I'm gonna check my cheat sheet here.
Show him our T-shirt.
Oh yeah. I didn't realize what you were doing when I walked into your vinyl cafe. You had your wife take a photo of us, and then
whoa.
within
Huh?
10 minutes or
Fucking
so,
magic, bro.
Yeah. Holy shit.
yeah. And how about this shirt?
Right? Brompton
Yeah.
Bangers, bro.
The Brompton Bangers. Did you ever get one of those Helix bikes?
No. I saw one. We were at a festival, and I think the dude from Chili Peppers, Chad, had one. I was like,
Oh, the Helix.
I go, Chad, fuck off. And I was like trying to steal this fucking bike.
I mean, I'm a fan, dude. It's like, it's not even bigger than a Brompton, I don't think.
Oh,
except
the actual different brand of bike.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Remember I
haven't-
sent you the photo,
Yeah,
and you said,
yeah.
"Holy shit, is that?"
Yeah, I thought it was a version of a Brompton. No. Chad had the one that was like all titanium.
Ah,
The
the
full
titanium Brompton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. But he's a lot bigger than I am. I think I could take him.
Yeah.
Focus on the knees.
Yeah.
So I've got our new T-shirt. I love that, and I think I've just about hit it all, man.
Okay, man.
I think I hit it all. Ducks.
If you want food to go,
Ducks.
we do.
We got the ducks. Dude, that'd be sick.
Smash burger, hot dog, whatever.
Uh,
Because I'm assuming you want to get on the road, right?
I'm gonna need to get on the road. I've got my lady.
My lady just pulled
I've
up.
told her that she has to be at a certain spot by 7:30, and I'm in danger of not being at that spot by 7:30. So,
But I mean, if I can scramble right now and they can have it
you
ready
know
for you in
what?
10 minutes.
I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I meant
Come
to ask.
back.
Yeah.
Come back and have a burger.
Yeah. I would love to.
You generously offered me food. You showed me your menu. It's got, of course, like these genius names for your food items. I had to say bravo. I'm not hungry because we stopped at Taco Bell on the way up, and I did want to ask you: is that something that you would ever find yourself eating, Taco Bell?
Over the years, I had this weird thing where my buddy Todd, he would photograph me in other countries, like beautiful. You're in fucking Tuscany, and of course, like getting a photo in Tuscany with a fucking Whopper or a fucking Big Mac and a Starbucks coffee, like standing in front of like some historic place, like in Paris, of course, like there's the Eiffel Tower and you got your fucking McDonald's and your Starbucks. It was just a running joke. We were just eating. So, but I do have that thing where I crave once a year. I'll just go, I have to have McDonald's French fries, and I'll go have a French fry. I haven't done the Taco Bell thing because I feel like they should have like toilets right at the counter. So like you just eat it and it leaves right away and then you move on.
Yeah. And I had one other question. If like you're only allowed to eat gas station food from the shelves of a gas station for like a week,
Okay.
like how miserable are you, and what are you trying to eat?
It can be anything, because sometimes gas stations have the hard boiled egg
Yeah.
Right.
in the fridge.
Right.
So I would probably
Got some
go for
pickles in
I
there.
would probably go for the hard boiled egg and the pickles.
Yeah.
But if they didn't have any of that stuff, there's
The
like
little
no
refrigerated section.
no
like,
refrigerator
yeah.
section. It's just like the bagged and canned stuff. I'm probably gonna be a pretzel guy. I'll
Pretzels.
do the
Okay.
pretzels maybe.
I have fallen victim. Not of
Corn nuts.
No, the jar of Tostito brand queso cheese.
Yeah, the queso cheese is so
I've
good.
actually been able to not touch that. I think so far this year.
Mm-hmm.
I might be done with.
Well,
Whoa! I was
Yeah.
just at your ranch a month
Oh.
ago, not less than a month ago, and we were both fucking going hard on that.
Okay,
You're talking
maybe,
about the jars of the
All I heard was
cheese
hard
with
on.
the
Yeah,
chip.
maybe. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah,
But that's the best. Like, there are people around the valley that do nachos, but there's only one place that does them right because it's the great nachos with that just shitty orange American cheese
right.
Yeah.
over it, like the Tostito cheese. Those are nachos. Like
Yep.
like the hamburger all over it and everything. No, just like the orange glow in the dark radioactive fucking cheese on the nachos
Yeah.
is the way to go. I'll do that.
Yeah, dude. All right, man. Well, shit, dude. I appreciate you so much,
Oh,
man.
no
Yeah,
problem.
this is
Are you
sick.
kicking me out? Because I thought I was
I
going.
don't care.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I gotta come clean here. I was like super spun out. You know, I drove from Arizona, the van. I'm driving all the way to Los Angeles, and I'm like, dude, why did I do that? You know, why did I do that? With like, you know, why am I making people mad, upset, coming after me? And like, why? Like, I gotta edit it out. And nobody agreed. Paul edited the whole thing. He said it's not so bad. He didn't say anything that crazy. I'm just like the hypersensitive guy, man. And I have feelings. And my feelings for Maynard are really strong. Yeah, dude. So yeah, what are you gonna do, man? Like, it is what it is. And you are the best for sticking around to the end of the podcast. By the way, the podcast I think has been really good lately. Maybe I'm tripping, but we got a couple more in the can that are phenomenal. And I thought this one was really good too. So join us on our wild ride because it's going great. And I love you.